welcome back to the program. You're watching Morning Thailand with Tulip and Golf. Now, of course, like Kun Tulip said, we're going to have scandals, more scandals of the Scandalous month.
Yay!
Now, yesterday I told you about the architect. You weren't here, Kun Tulip, but the architect who claims that Luang Pu Nen Kam has hired him to build a complex with a combination of a safe house, which is supposed to be his kuti, his residential area, and
the monk residential area,
and the meditation center, as well as the shopping mall.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway,
700 million baht in total.
Anyway, a little note though, nowadays they don't call Wat Pa Khatitam temple anymore.
Right.
Most of the media would tend to call it monastery because it hasn't been registered as a temple.
Right. So at this point, like I have mentioned yesterday, that another woman came out and said that she is actually a wife of his, and they have a son together, age 11 years old. Now, according to her, she said that they were together when she was in grade 8. So a little young. So the police said that they're gonna test there's a Buddhist association that came out and said that they would like a DNA test on this particular child to make sure, because this is the best way to pinpoint Luang Pu Nen Kam, that he has actually having sex with minor, plus he breached his his monkhood technically, so he should be disrobed.
Practically and technically.
Well, yeah, that's true. Thank you. Now that we clear that out, now they say that
grade 8. I didn't even hold boys' hands yet at grade 8.
Right, that's what you say. Now, for this particular case, of course, it has been quite scandalous due to the fact as well that Luang Pu Nen Kam has a lot of money circulating, which supposed to goes into the temple itself, but apparently it has been in 16 accounts that belongs to him. Now the DSI has already the investigators has already looked into 10 financial institutions altogether that hold all these 16 accounts to make sure that it has been fully investigated. Now this is another person that went in, representative of the the Buddhist Association, to try to protect Buddhism, so on and so forth. Now that's a picture of Luang Pu Nen Kam, of course. They say that this particular picture was picture of Luang Pu Nen Kam with another woman. As you can see there, it's like a little piece of a head there, and that's claimed to be a woman. Now they say that just this picture alone should be able to kind of charge him with the fact that he's already should left the monkhood anyway. Now they say that they would like to clarify that particular case as well, and there has been a talk of
Khatitam monastery,
and the Buddhism Association saying that if Luang Pu Nen Kam doesn't come back during the time Wat Tai Phra Chao Yai Ong Tư in Ubon Ratchathani, where that was the first place where he got himself ordained when he entered the monkhood. Now that means that as a monk he belongs to Wat Tai Phra Chao Yai Ong Tư. Now they say that this particular temple has said that he has to come back and clarify himself. Otherwise, they would disrobe him within 7 days, because they're not going to wait for representatives or speakers or anyone else to speak on his behalf anymore.
Okay.
So unless he come back and clarified himself, he will be disrobed, because they say that they would not have him under their wings anymore. So that means that he would no longer could be called a monk.
Okay, and any other news that we have been talking about for a month, it has been wrapped up except for this story about this particular monk.
It branched into another story.
Yes. So, somewhat related story. World Peace University, you probably have heard from Kun Phai yesterday. It has been granted degree for many famous people in Thai society, and then people has asked whether this university is really legitimate.
Because you get a PhD, you know.
Yes, and the fact is it hasn't really been certified by the Office of the Higher Education Commission, which is very important for university in Thailand to have that. So yesterday, the founder of the university has come out, the founder and director of the university has come out and clarified the status of university. His name is Mr. Sawat Banteung Suk. He said that his university, even though it's not certified by the Office of the Higher Education Commission, it hasn't been registered as the Thai university, but it is the member and certified by the USDLE, which is short for United States Distance Learning Association, which has headquarters in Boston, Massachusetts. So he said that it's legitimate, but he said in order to be certified as a university in Thailand, it needs a lot of money. Certifying as the university according to Office of the Higher Education Commission, it need to have library, it need to have a certain piece of land. But he said nowadays everybody can just do the distance learning through internet. That's why he registered with this particular association in US.
Right.
And everybody can learn it through the internet. And when people claim that he just sell all this degree, and with this pricing, like doctorate degree for 15,000 baht, that is actually cheap. I should try to get one myself.
Exactly. Why did we even bother in the first place?
Yeah, why we went through 2-3 years of school for master degree when you can just pay 12,000 to get one from this university.
Well, but they
claim.
Not
just pay. You have tuition fee here. This is a tuition fee.
They have a fee?
They said 15,000 baht. That's a lot of people said that just to buy off the degree is actually tuition fees.
Oh.
So it's legitimate process.
But that's what's confusing me, because they say that they granted it to several celebrities. So are they getting it for free, or?
No, people talk about paying money for the degree from this university without doesn't have to physically be there. It's learning. So they said, yes, you don't have to physically be here for learning. It's because it's the online university. So you
Do
pay.
you have to hand in anything? Like assignments?
Don't know. It didn't go to that detail, but it said you just have to pay these tuition fees online. Like I said, such as they said the expense start from 15,000 to 300,000, which in the website make it clear that for the doctoral degree, the expense or tuition fee is 15,000. The master degree is 12,000.
Not bad.
Not bad. Thinking about how much we spend for our own, the bachelor degree is 10,000. And he believed that there is this big misunderstanding because there is other similar university. That's the university is similar to World Peace University. Another 3 university which have very similar name, and he was the co-founder of those university that also bear the same name, the World Peace University too, and another university that he hasn't really say the name out, but he said he willing to let DSI go through all the paperwork, and he willing to go into the DSI to clarify more information. So he said if anyone claim that he has asked for a lot of money for the degree, that person can just come in out and clarify themselves and come out and just make it clear in the public. So I believe this will be another epic for another couple days.
Well, fair enough, because you gotta give him a chance to clarify himself.
Okay.
Maybe it's legit, who knows.
Okay.
Maybe we could get a PhD couple of it. Now let's move on. Let's move on to another interesting news. Now this has been, if you have been watching Thai news station, Channel 3, Channel 7, there has been an ongoing investigation regarding the LPG gas and how it was misused. Now, right here in Thailand, of course, there's a lot of cars that decided to install the use of LPG for the fuel in terms of trying to, for the cars instead of actually using petrol. Now, at this point, they have been saying that the Energy Ministry has detected for quite a while now the problem with the whole subsidies thing, because we do have LPG subsidies for the household. So people that using it for household would actually get it a little bit cheaper, but that means that all the gas that they have would actually be distributed to the factories that would actually put it in one of those gas tank for cooking. And however, at this point, they say that they have found that several of the truck that delivered all this gas did not make it to the factory that's supposed to put this for the household use, but they went into the gas station instead, and that would be used for transportation. Now, they said that there was a price difference because due to the fact that the government was trying to help with the gas prices. So at this point, they have been saying that the gas price for the subsidies would be about 18 baht or so. However, for transportation, it will cost about 21 baht. So there's a 3 baht difference.
And that makes a lot of difference for
exactly
all this
for a large
cost.
chunk, especially if you use it for transportation instead of a household, because the government ended up paying for your car instead of for your cooking in the house. So at this point, there has been an ongoing investigation. Several arrested has been made already. They say that about 64 roadside LPG gas filling facilities has been charged due to this particular case, and more still to come. So we'll give you a little bit more updates on those, but it seems like this scam has been reported for quite some time. They say that the investigation is over almost a year already, and we have lost like millions and millions of baht over this particular case. Yeah, corruption.
Okay. Anyway, is the next one cheerful news?
Well, yeah.
I guess we have to abandon the theme, try to be cheerful.
Right.
This is more like colorful news for a lot of people. Remember, we told you before we took the first break that we will talk to you about the former Deputy Prime Minister Chalerm Yubamrung. Finally, he worked as the labor minister for the first day yesterday, went into office, while most of other ministers start the day on Monday or Tuesday. So it has been a lot of rumors going on that he's just going to quit. He doesn't want to be in this government. He's really upset with the prime minister and so on and on. So yesterday he arrived at the ministry with the black Chrysler, and I have to mention this because
not Rolls-Royce Ghost.
Yes, he were coming in with Rolls-Royce and talking about his car before when he was the deputy. But yesterday he arrived in a 30-year-old Chrysler, and we know it's 30 years old because he make it clear. Make it clear to the journalist that it's the old 30-year-old car. Anyway. He didn't really say much in the interview, but he said a lot in the policy giving to the labor ministry employee, because he said lots of people has asked him for the reason that he got moved from deputy prime minister to be the labor minister, and he said he cannot really pinpoint. But he has been the most popular politician in every poll so far. He has the best work. He has shown the best work in terms of narcotic issues. And he said he has been the number one in every poll except from the except for the Prime Minister Yingluck Po.
But that's not good.
Yes, and
She's mad.
he said he doesn't think that being the labor minister is degraded, but he's just worried about his work, that ongoing process of the narcotic issues. And there's a lot of things he said before during the time that he upset that used some unpolite language when referred to former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. So he said that's normal because they are so close to each other. He know former Prime Minister since 1973. They were an intern together, so they know each other well. And he even go back to the time he said, "I met the former Prime Minister." Why do I have to make this voice?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
He said in 2006 when former Prime Minister self-exiled in England, he said Yingluck Shinawatra called him and asked him to go meet Thaksin Shinawatra in London. So he flew there, and Yingluck Shinawatra drove a car to pick him up, such and such and such. So all in all, he said this government will go through a difficult time without him being there to give the full support. He even slashed out, people said that he got moved from this post because he hasn't been successful with the issue of southern part of Thailand, the southern violence. So he said that it's because he didn't really give the full power when he get appointed to head a certain committee to drive forward with the solution, and he blamed the Secretary General of ISOC for it.
So all in all, technically, he just wants to say that you'll be sorry that I'm not there.
Yes, he said the government will have really tough time going through the rest of the term without him being there. He's still in there. You cannot say without him, but in a way he said without him they will go through a difficult time.
I think we're gonna have to go for a short break.
There's a lot more details, but you know what?
You can come back. I'll give you a little bit more time on it, but
it's okay.
Yeah, let's take a short break and then we'll come back.